Hello and welcome everyone to this video. Today we are going to talk about the importance of the PM-POSHAN Register. So first of all, we need to understand that the PM-POSHAN scheme is a flagship program of the government of India aimed to provide nutritious meals to school students, that is the pre-primary, lower primary and upper primary school. To ensure the success of this initiative, schools serving meals under the scheme must maintain a PM-POSHAN Register. This crucial document plays a vital role in the effective implementation of the scheme. So under PM-POSHAN scheme, there this register name, record and accounts of the midday meal. So under this register, we'll be learning some of the important formats that the school needs to fill up, and this will help the school, especially the teacher in charge of the PM-POSHAN during social audit. Under this register, the records and accounts, there are formats that the school teacher need to maintain. The number one is the utensil and other kitchen device, and number two is the stock for food grain rice, and this need to be maintained in a monthly basis. And the other one, number three, is the taste records, and then the last one is the cashbook account. So in this utensil and other kitchen device, this is mostly what we have to enter is the kitchen equipment that the department have transferred to your school. For example, suppose in this month, let's say on 1st March 2025, and based to your enrollment of the student, if the school have 1 to 50 number of students, then the allotment will be 10,000. So the amount will be 10,000 for 1 to 50 students, and that also based upon the student enrollment. If it exceeds to more than 100, the amount will be 15,000, and it goes and it based on the enrollment of the student. So let's say in this column, the order number with date, which means, so if you suppose the order letter that you receive from the department, let's say from the district, is the SEO PM-POSHAN. This is just an example. So 17 2024 to 25. Let's say this is the order number and with dates. So this list will goes on depend upon the allotment given by the district. And this, let's say next month also you will receive again the same amount. Let's say 1 4 25 1 5 25. The list will go on. So here you receive 10,000, and the next month you receive 10,000, and it will go on till the end of the till all the month, I mean till December. So here, let's say just this, let's just take only this amount, which is 30,000. You have to write the total number here, 30,000, and the date you use this mean you buy this utensil. Suppose in this month of March, in the 20th of March, you buy this utensil, let's say a bucket. Okay, you mention the name of the bucket, and the amount is around 200, let's say 200. So here again you buy a carpet, and so on. So the amount you keep on writing in this column, let's say 300, 400, depend upon the price of the material. So all this amount you total it here, let's say all this amount, and based on the different dates, let's say it had reached around 25,000, and you need to maintain the cash memo and also the voucher number because this will help you during the social audit time. So the balance will be here, the balance will be around 5,000. Okay, this is 5,000. So this amount, the balance, this remaining amount, you have to carry it forward to the next allotment amount, the next allotment that will be received from the district. So remember this one, this 5,000, you have to carry it forward. This is the remaining balance. So you have to continue doing it like this. Whenever the district has allot you some funds regarding the kitchen device, then you have to maintain in this way. So in this register, the number 2 format that you need to maintain is the stock for food grain, rice, or the stock register. This is the new format where the attendance is included along with this stock register or the stock format. So in this stock format, what you have to do is whenever you receive the food grain, you have to enter it in this column. This is just an example, 30 boys and 30 girls for the lower primary. So the total of both boys and girls is 60. So there are 60 number of lower primary student. And then the next column is the rate of cooking. Now we have received the rate of cooking, which is around 6.19. So before we go on, we should check first the opening balance of this register. So the opening balance means the previous balance, the closing balance of the previous stock for food grain register. So let's say we just assume that the opening balance of the previous is 100. This is the remaining. And for food grain, let's say the remaining of food grain is 2 kg. This is the remaining of the last stock register. So for this month, we receive cooking costs for the LP and for the UP student. Let's say it's around 990.6. And let's just assume that the food grain that the school receive is around 10 kg. Okay, so the total availability of both this line, this column will be around 1090.6 rupees, and the food grain, the total of this both column is 12 kg. Okay, so now we'll continue with this next column, which is after we enter the rate of cooking for the lower primary student. The next column is you have to come up with the rate, the total attendance. You have to multiply with the total of cooking costs, which is you have just get the total number of lower primary school students, which is 60 into 6.19. So the total amount that this lower primary student receive is 371.4. So this is the rate for the 60 number of students of the lower primary. And the next is the amount or the quantity of food grain that need to be cooked. So with the total number of students, which is 60 into, and the rate are given, which is 1 kg or 100 gram, it will come up around 6 kg. So 6 kg for 60 number of lower primary students. So next, in the same day, you serve the meals with the, let's say, 20 boys and 20 girls of upper primary. So the total will be 40, and the new rate of cooking cost now is 9.29. So if we take the total number of the upper primary, which is 40 into 9.29, this will be around 371.6 rupees. I mean, this is the rate for the 40 number of upper primary students. So now we'll come to the next column, which is how much quantity that need to be cooked for this 40 number of student upper primary students. So it will be 40 total attendance into the rate is 150 grams, so it will be around 6 kg. So this will go on as per the guidelines of PM-POSHAN. The meal should be served every day. So you have to mention all this date here, mean for all the days. So we'll just take this 2 days, just take this 1 day, sorry. So this will come up around 371.4 plus 371.6. So the total rate will be 743. And for the quantity, it will be 6 kg, and 6 kg it will be 12 kg. So these are the amount given to both lower primary and upper primary students. So the closing balance. So what is this closing balance? So the closing balance is that we have discussed earlier, is you have to take from the total availability of the cooking cost with this current total utilization. So which is 1090.6 deducted the total utilization, which is 743, it will be around 347.6. so this is the remaining balance. So for the quantity, we'll take from this total availability, which is 12 kg, and with this total utilization, which is also 12 kg. So here it shows us there are no remaining food grain left for the school, which means that the school have utilized all the food grain that has been given to that particular school. So that is for the stock for food grain format, which need to be maintained in a monthly basis. So next, the third one is the taste record, where this is the new format where the menu have been entered in this format. So let's just assume that this is the same month. So from the first day, you need to mention the date, and then the next is the menu, which that have been already prepared by the cook and the teacher in charge of PM-POSHAN in that particular school. Let's say dal, rice, potato, and so on. So the next column is the signature part, where the head teacher or the teacher in charge need to taste that meal. So they have to put their signature in this column, and then the cook also have to taste the meal. And if there are parents involved during that time, even the parent also need to taste the meal, and also the inspecting staff. So during that time period, if it has happened that the official staff are there in that time, so they also need to taste the meal. So it same goes in all this column, which is that need to be maintained every day. Let's say tomorrow will be 2, third 25, 3, third 25, and so on. So they need to taste all this meal by all this staff. Suppose if there are no parent, the cook and the teachers can taste the meal. So if there's a parent, you need to involve the parents, and so on. So this is just mean that after they have completing the cooking part, the person in charge need to taste the meal, and this is needed so that before serving to the student will have a good and nice meal. So the next one is the Cashbook register or the Cashbook format. So you need to understand that in this Cashbook you have to maintain it daily in order to help you to simplify all the large amount, so that will not create any problem later on. So in this cash book, let's say this is for the March 2025. Okay, so there are two parts in the cash book. There are receipt side and the expenditure side. So in the receipt side, it means that all the allotment you receive from the department, from the head department, you have to enter it in this column, in this receipt side. And after you receive all the amount, the expenditure part that you need to buy things, buy vegetables, and or buy equipment need to come up, need to appear in this expenditure side. Okay, so let's start. So in this cash book, let's just say this one you maintain for this month, let's say March 2025. So there are two parts in the cash book. There are receipt side and expenditure side. The receipt side is the one that you receive the allotted fund from the, let's say from the SDSEO, the amount that you need for the conversion cost, the payment to the cook cum helper, and the kitchen device, the kitchen, and also amount for the minor repair of the kitchen shed. It will be all be entered in this receipt side of the cash book. And the expenditure side is where you buy all those equipment, suppose like buying for the kitchen device and the vegetables and so on, that need to be entered in the expenditure side. So what I've just put here is that in the 1st of March, the date, this means that opening balance is the closing balance of the previous month, which is February 2025. Let's just assume that it's 1000. So this is the closing balance of the last month. So this last balance should come up in this opening balance of the month of March, which is the new month. So here you have to mention 1000. And for the next point is number 2 is receipt from the office of SDSEO Shillong with order number. I've mentioned here this is the sample of a letter number that you should enter from that letter order you receive from the head department, and along with the date and the amount. Let's just say the amount is, let's say, is 10,000. Okay, 10,000, because for the kitchen device it depends also based on the enrollment of student. Okay, it is 10,000. So next is the conversion cost. The conversion cost, let's just say, is 990.6 per child per day for 20 days. Okay, this is the amount you receive, which is, then you have to come up for the amount total. 20 days mean the working days of that particular month. So 990.6 into 20. So the school will receive for the conversion cost is 19,812. So this is just an example, but you have to base according to the letter order you receive from the SDSEO office. This is just to make you understand how to enter in this column. The amount may differ based on the letter order that you receive. Okay, next is the payment to cook cum helper for the month, let's say for the month of March. The cook will receive 2,000. Okay, so the next column is expenditure side. So from this, suppose from this 10,000 for the kitchen device, you have spent for bucket, for carpet, and for any other material needed in the kitchen device. So let's just say you have used all this amount. So the amount, let's say, is 10,000. Okay, so the date you use, let's just say 20 March 2025, and you need to attach along with the cash memo and voucher number here. Okay, you need to always ask for the cash memo from the seller. And the next is for conversion cost. Suppose you have used around 15,000. for all the materials like vegetables, oil, and the egg, and so on. So 15,000 along with the cash memo on voucher number. And for the payment of cook-com helper, this is 2,000. Let's just say you have paid in 22 March. Here is 25 March. Okay. So the total of all this, you should mention it in this line which is below. So the total of expenditure is 10,000 plus 15,000 plus 2,000. So the total expenditure will be 27,000. Okay. So from the receipt side, you take this opening balance, which is 1,000 plus 10,000 plus 19,812 plus with the cook-com helper amount, honorarium, 2,000. So this will be 332,812. So this grand total received, you have to enter it here again on the expenditure side. This one you have to come here, and then the closing balance part. So you have to take this 20,000 minus with this 32,000. So the remaining balance or the closing balance of this month will be around 5,812. And this amount you should carry it forward to the next month, which is the April 2025. And when you start entering for the April, the same goes like what I have shown you here in the month of March. You have to enter the same what I have just show you in the month of March. The same letter number, means suppose you get received the letter number, you have to enter it here. I have mentioned in this month of March, and then this conversion cost and the total number of days for that to serve the meals to the student, and with the payment of cook-com helper. Of course, for the payment of cook-com helper, now mostly the department have transferred directly to the personal account of the cook-com helper, but it depends on you if you can enter it here just for just to show that the cook-com helper have received the amount, or you just remove it also. That's not it's not a problem, but it's depend on you. You can put it or you can remove it.
So now the question arises to why the PM-POSHAN Register important. Accurate meal planning. The PM-POSHAN Register helps schools plan meals accurately, taking into account the number of students, their dietary requirements, and meal preferences. Food grain management. The register enables schools to manage food grains efficiently, reducing waste and ensuring that every child receives a nutritious meal. Fund management. By maintaining a record of meals served, schools can manage funds allocated for the scheme effectively, ensuring that resources are utilized optimally. Monitoring and evaluation. The PM-POSHAN Register facilitates monitoring and evaluation of the scheme's impact. By analyzing data from the register, schools and authorities can assess the effectiveness of the scheme and make data-driven decisions to improve its implementation. Accountability and transparency. The register promotes accountability and transparency in the implementation of the scheme. By maintaining accurate records, schools demonstrate their commitment to transparency and accountability. So, another question arises, and that is, what benefits does it provide in maintaining a PM-POSHAN Register improved meal service? Accurate meal planning and food grain management ensure that every child receives a nutritious meal. Optimized resource utilization. Effective fund management and resource allocation ensure that resources are utilized optimally. Enhanced accountability. The register promotes accountability and transparency, ensuring that schools are responsible for the effective implementation of the scheme. Data-driven decision-making. The register provides valuable insights into the scheme's impact, enabling data-driven decision-making. In order to achieve accuracy, the teachers in charge of the PM-POSHAN in the schools should do these. Regular updates, Ensure that the register is updated regularly, preferably on a daily basis. Accurate data entry. Verify the accuracy of data entered into the register to prevent errors or discrepancies. Secure storage. Store the register in a secure location to prevent tampering or loss of data. By maintaining it regularly, the schools will be able to face the social audit assessment with confidence, and also by maintaining an accurate and up-to-date PM-POSHAN Register, schools can ensure the effective implementation of the scheme, promote accountability and transparency, and ultimately helps in providing better nutritious meals to school-going children. Thank you.